You know what's the hardest part? I think we grow up in an environment that's incredibly tough, right? And I think that you fight and you claw every day, you know, as a line cook, as a sous chef, a junior sous chef, executive chef, whatever fucking position you have. It's like, it's a fight, you know, like you go through it. And then I think when you turn from player to coach more, it's a hard shift. You know, you really have to retrain your mind. And I think at that point, it's like very hard to assess a lot of things. Because before, it's like, what is your gig? You work a station. You need to own that station. You need to boss that station. You need to crush all the food that you cook. You need to run the cleanest, tightest ship that you have. And now it's different. Now you have to run several tight ships and clean houses and also nurture the people and teach them underneath you how to do that. It's a very weird world to move to, you know, but I also feel like I was fortunate enough to work for some really great chefs and people that I love and respect very much. I learned what I learned from them, and I took what I took from them, and I also want to apply things differently my way.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's easier to be a chef in one restaurant in one place where you're out of control than to become like a businesswoman or a businessman, right? Because that's essentially what we're both in our own way turning into, right?
Amen.
I have to tell myself all the time this, because I go through those like, what is happening to my life? And then, you know, I'll go and work. I surprise them, you know, as the season's coming to an end of the arena. I've been slowly dipping my feet back at V-side. My staff is definitely feeling it.
For sure.
I surprised them all last weekend on a Friday. I worked service with them. They were like, I just can't go faster.
Yeah.
Like, faster. Like, keep rolling. And 3 of them were very late. And they got there and I said, go home. I don't give a fuck. I'll work this whole line by myself, you know? I knew they were going to ask me to stay. But, you know, it's a principle.
Did you send them home?
No, because then I'm also like, you know, I did say to them, go home. And they just stood there like puppies. Didn't know what to do. And I truly meant it. I'm like, all right, go home. And what? That's the beauty of being... And I've always remind myself of this. The beauty about being the creator and like the founder is that you could start it all over again every single time. Over and over again, right? So, no, and that's a businesswoman out of me. Like, I knew that, and that's also the, you know, we're like so, like, I think there's such a part where we're like so noble, but also we're such egomaniacs, right?
Yeah.
We're like, when I'm like, go home, that's just like me putting my foot down and just showing you that I'm the boss, you know? Where then there's the part of like, I know they're not going to go home. I know they're going to stand there like puppies. And you know, in order for them to go home, it would require a big altercation that I just simply don't really want to go through. And I've learned now to just, you know, the next day I send a very long message about schedules, tardiness, and what I'm expecting of them. And just, you know, with the final message of don't get surprised.
Right.
When the schedule changes and you may not see so many hours. Like, this is the expectation, and you either, you know, like, being a chef is, I think, a little not easier, but a little more controllable than being a businesswoman for me, you know? Like, I have to remind myself of those things, because on Friday night, we did amazing. You know, I was there. We did amazing. The sales were up, and just, like, I mean, I don't think any roll took more than, like, 7 minutes. But you know, and then I go back Saturday night, look at the numbers, look at the peaks. It's not the same. It's I don't like why, right. And then I have to tell myself it's because I'm not there, and because I was at the arena handling another business that I decided to do.
Yeah.
You know, and just give myself the room to like have a little wiggle.
When I my saying always when I feel like, because they're obviously always going to be better when you're there, right? What I tell them all the time is like, the truest form and like the true fiber of what makes a human is what you do when other people aren't watching.
Yeah.
And I remind them of that all the time. Like, you're all grown-ups. And, you know, you can fail. And it's okay. But don't fail because you were being lazy. Don't fail because you want to take the easy way out. Don't fail because you didn't want to put in the work. Fail because you were going 100 miles an hour and you just fucked something up. And that's okay. That's all right. That's how I learned, you know? But like that thing of just like, you are who you are when other people aren't watching you. That's the true fiber of who you are. And that's going to dictate the rest of your career.
Yeah.
It's not going to be me. It's going to be you.